Whoever gets the lowest gets to recap.
Are you gonna read
That includes me, right?
No. Yeah, everybody.
Not last.
Tim, everybody gets to re-roll on mine.
I guess I'm doing it. I got a nat 1.
What'd you roll?
5.
Oh,
I rolled a nat 1.
Skyler, it's you.
Skyler got a 1.
Starting out well. We're starting out well. All right. So, in the last episode, we had made it back to Nightstone after saving a whole bunch of people from the caves. We spent a lot of time kind of rebuilding the city, kind of rebuilding the town, helping the townsfolk do that, and we garnered, I don't want to say the interest, but the favor of the innkeeper, Morak, I think his name is. Morak. Cool. So we all leveled up to level 3, and as part of that entire process, Tim took his oath with the chapel there. We all got a what was it? Something of Maliki.
Oh,
we all got a favor of Maliki, something like that. Found out that Godric was the priest of the previous, but died in the whole thing. Anyway, so after we had made level 3, we promised to head back to the caves and make it safe for everybody by clearing everything out, so that it wouldn't be a threat to the people of Nightstone again. We also learned about a guy, Samuel Southwell, who knew something about the obelisks, and that's going to be, I think, part of our second part of this, traveling to Bryn Shander up in the north. But anyway, so we went back to the cave to clear things out, and as suspected, there was some goblins and orcs and an ogre, which was fun getting rid of them. Like, I want to say we dispatched them pretty well, but then in the while exploring the rest of the cave, oopsie poopsie, black pudding drops out of the sky and traps us in a cave where we almost died. I lost a hammer. Actually, I may not have lost it because I rolled a nat 1, so it just went, I don't know where it went, but it was fun. I think we're all tapped out. Tim's armor is all busted up, and we find ourselves in the pool of a black pudding and intercede.
And you can have inspiration for that one. Well done, you. Yep. And obviously there was much worrying and concern for characters last week, which was quite refreshing. So you've just managed to subdue the black pudding. It's crumples, or blobs to the floor and sort of dissolves into the floor. What do you guys want to do?
Take a breath.
I would like to get away from this.
Okay. On the note, how badly hurt are each of you at the moment?
I have 1 hit point left and maybe a little lay on hands there, buddy.
Tim?
Yeah.
What's your hit points looking like?
Well, I mean,
If I was to trip and hit the wall, I might die.
I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hurted, Wendy. You know, but I don't know. I just, if I may, I want to bring these 3 together and just, like, you all saved you all saved my life as we fought this. You stuffed a good berry in my mouth. You know, Zara, I didn't believe in you when you ran off, and you came back and carried me over your shoulder. You know, like, you guys showed some real, like, companionship. Bork, you're brave. You're a little brave robot. Like, you stood your ground in the center of the cave, and you healed me as I dropped. Like, I don't know how many times I blacked out, but every time I did, I had a friend standing over me, and that doesn't. I'm glad that, you know, I'm devoted to our companionship, you know, through Tyr. So we were meant to be together, and I appreciate all of you. You fix my armor.
It's not just your armor. If you remember, I think Tim's armor,
Moriana's
and
armor.
Moriana's armor.
I'm gonna need a few minutes to be able to do all that. So if you give me, I can only do so much in an hour.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. So
Just want
Yeah.
to grab Sora by the shoulders, you know, like, and just be like, wow, like, you really defended, you know what I mean? Like, this crew. Like, I don't know, like, we don't know each other long enough to be proud, but, like, I'm really honored, you know what I mean, to, like, meet Shield with you. Like, I would say that I would die at your side, but I did twice, so that's a thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's proven.
I think that this battle definitely brought us closer together.
Indeed. Those good berries are clutch. You should make lots of those.
if your speech is taking a minute, if your speech is taking a minute, then I'm just kind of running around you with little lasers coming out, just going.
R2D2 noises.
And I do cast mending on your armor.
We really need to go check on our friends. I bet you they had a really rough go of it outside, and I'm kind of concerned.
Would anybody like a berry?
Yep. Toss me a berry, and I pop pecs.
I hand
Like,
out
toss me a
5 berries. Or 6 berries.
Okay, so what's the word on? We only get 1 HP from each berry, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yep.
a berry.
I can hold off on a berry if you guys need them.
And it
I
takes
desperately need them.
The thing about it, Tim, is they're really good out of combat.
Berry.
In combat, you can only drink one. You can only have one berry a turn
Yep.
in combat.
So I'm like,
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
okay. So what we'll do is you four there. You're recovering a little bit. You sort of managed to sort of get your breath a bit. Outside the cave, Pleep and Noinek, what we did last term, that you were off scouting some various things to sort of look out what's around and stuff, and one of the tasks that you are retrospectively been given, just to give you some sort of tie-in, is that you, Tim was looking to find the local elven tribe, so he could sort something out with the shield. And so what I'm going to have you to do is, for the past or so, you've been traveling around, sort of using your sort of stealth, using your sort of various flying to sort of locate said what tribe of elf. Could I have from you guys perception checks, please?
Oof. 8.
It's not a good start.
Nope.
No, same. Literally the same.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh my
great.
gosh.
Okay.
Twinsies.
Yeah. We ain't found
Guys,
shit.
lose yourselves in your own eyes as you're saying. Oh man, gnomes have really handsome eyes.
When you're you spend the first sort of few hours of the day traveling in the direction that you were told by by Morak, that the elves were in. Every time you sort of think you saw something, you get to somewhere and you find a fire that's maybe 3 hours old. You find some footprints that you just keep being on the back foot. You just don't seem to be catching the luck and seeing what you can find. However, you spend a bit longer. You're looking around. When you sit down, you have a rest. You're happily sort of discussing a few things over a small campfire. As you are waiting there, you hear as an elf walks into the clearing. This elf is definitely isn't one for cities, isn't one for niceties. It looks like studded armor. Looks he's probably slept in it he's never taken it off. Bits of various sort of camo falling off it in various places. And he walks up to Neunek and Plep and goes, "You've been looking for me?"
Well, who are you? Do I actually first, before I say anything, do I notice anything like any others? You said like the way they described the way he's dressed, any symbols or anything like that? Any type of jewelry?
You noticed on him he's got basically it's a house similar like a type thing, like basically out with a load of arrows, and that does relate to the name is Rond Arrowhome, is the leader of the wolves. So he sort of made a clumsy attempt to find me. Not been able to keep up yet. So what can I do for you?
So I'm lacking context here. So it's gone out. So...
Basically, yeah, you were out. Do you know that shield? Were you around when Tim got the shield?
Yeah, the ear shield. Yes.
Yeah, so he's got an ear shield. Tim wants to return it to the elves and sort of go.
Okay. So
we've got this shield. I don't feel right using it, and I want it to go back to the elves that it's been sort of taken. It looks like it was made by the orcs to instill fear in elves, basically.
Yeah. I want to describe that respectfully. Like, want to explain that we want to return the shield out of respect to your kind, your kin, and to let us know we don't mean any disrespect at all, and we acknowledge that that's disrespectful.
That sounds like a war chief's Gurash's. You managed to defeat his band.
Yes, we did. Defended.
Oh, that's he's been a thorn. He's been a thorn in our side for several years now. He always keeps eluding us, which is. But no, yes. What about his holy person, or sorry, unholy person that's with him? Is he still
and all the furs and all the spellcaster.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. He is no more.
With the furs.
Well, you have done this.
Well.
You have done this area a great service. I will accompany you to have a look. If this shield is what I think it is, yes, we would be most happy to dispose of it. It's been a curse on our kind for several years now.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, I believe our would I know that they're hurt from the last battle? Because I assumed.
No, you know they've gone off to the cave, but that's it. You were sent to do other things. So.
Well, we'd like to check on our companions and see how they are. We may need some medical attention, or maybe just some supplies, just survival supplies, if that's too much.
As you do that, he sort of whistles through his teeth. and sort of 7 other elves just appear out of the woodwork and go, and then just sort of follow in behind Rond and goes, right, and Rond gets up and goes, so where to? And let's hope you can keep up.
Okay. So, do you mind if I just fly a little bit
Yeah.
above the ground? I'm
Yeah,
kind of
you-
slow on my feet.
Yeah, you can fly.
Noinak, you want
And
to
then-
ride?
Yeah, I'll take a ride.
All right.
I don't know. I don't even know where the cave is. Where the cave
Oh.
is, just because I listened to the session.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
we'll
you
go back to the
describe
cave.
how to get to the cave. The elves go, yes, the dripping cave. So that's where the humans from Nightstone used to store goods. Yes, I know the way as well. So
Excellent.
you head off that way. Let's go back to the first section now.
Right.
You four have all mended. You've all got your armor back. You're all feeling a little bit more covered than you were before. Your armor's not got any holes in it, which is a bonus. What do you guys want to do? You've taken a few good breeds, sort of stay alive.
Search, cave.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was
Search for treasure.
You actually want to loot? You actually want to.
Loot, cave.
This is the
This
first
is
time you've looted anything.
territory, things I like.
And there was a
Good
goblin,
idea.
goblin king in there. So
Yeah.
there's got to be something.
I'm like, guys, this is where the good loot is. Tyr likes this loot. Like, let's go. Let's
Okay, so
Pudding though.
where do you specific? Do you want to just randomly look over places
No,
and I can do a roll,
Of course not.
or do you actually want which areas of the cave do you want to look at first?
Where the ogres and the orcs seem to have bed down, right? Like
Okay.
that. And check the dead bodies. I'm gonna strip them naked and turn them upside down and peer.
Full cavity search.
Yeah, all of them. With the snap. I'm just. Yeah,
Okay. So, first of all, you go over the goblins and the orcs. Most of their items are pretty much shocking condition. However, you do find amongst all of them, you find 15 silver pieces and 10 gold pieces.
15 silver, 10 gold.
10 gold. Yep. You also find a unholy symbol of Gromesh.
Okay.
Whilst looking around the caves, you mentioned obviously where the ogres were. The ogres don't seem to have an awful lot there with them. However, they do have a big, sort of next to one of the fires is a big two-handed great club that looks a lot better than it should be. It's pretty well made. It looks like it's maybe of use for somebody that likes to hit things with heavy objects.
I know a gal.
So,
Louisville slug
It
her.
for me?
Yeah, slug her.
so as you look at it, you pick it up. It's a lot. Weirdly, whereas normally weapons that you've used in the past, you pick up and it's like these are a lot lighter than I think they were. These are, and you've broken quite a few things by being a bit over exuberant with them, should I say? This one though, you pick it up, and it's got some serious heft to it. It's a lot heavier than you would think that this mere wooden item would have. Looking at it a bit closely, you recognise that it's been made of iron. It's a really, really dense wood that is that's similar to the sort of the characteristics of iron. Looking at this, you don't need to attune to this one because it's just a stand, but it is a +1 great club.
Nice.
Okay. Go find that.
I'm adding. I added the gold and stuff to the thing. Nice. You got a magic weapon.
And whilst going through the Goblin King's area, going through a few things, you find a chest. The chest It looks that it's seen better days. It hasn't even got a lock on it. It's just well, fine. Half open. As you start to open through it, you notice this must have been the Goblin King's sort of prize possessions. So first of all, something that every adventurer needs is a matching pair of salt and pepper shakers with a silver lid on them. And you reckon, looking at them, you're about 25 gold pieces value for the both of these. They're really, really well made. Next thing, you find in there a leather case. As you start to unravel it, start to go through it, it looks like it's got various accoutrements that would be really, really useful if you weren't such a law-abiding party. Maybe if you were a thief, they'd be really useful for you. But they're just a set of thief's tools, but they're worth 25 gold pieces as well. You also find a holy symbol of Sylvanus, which is basically a leaf, elven god, made from wood and inlaid with gold, and that's worth 25 gold. Moving things around a little bit, you find there's an awful lot of quite gross things in here as well. You find a little necklace made of ears that seems to be half rotted, but that you just put them into the side. Yeah, horrible. However, you do find a pouch at the bottom.
Open pouch gently.
Okay, so you pick up the pouch and you open it. It's completely empty.
Put rock in pouch.
Do not
Right,
put
as you
hand
put-
in pouch.
As you put the rock in the pouch, you let go of the rock and it disappears.
Want to find rock inside pouch.
Rock appears in your hand, and you pull it out.
What's the missing, guys?
What else is in there?
Holy.
Healing potion. I want a healing potion.
Healing potion.
Doesn't
No.
seem to be anything that you can find in there.
All right.
By the by, how much
But you-
healing did I get from those good berries? By the way,
One
Just one.
each.
just one.
Can you do a check on this for me, dear sweet Bork? Can you do a quick Arcana check maybe on this? And
Sure.
what does this look like?
I don't. It looks like a pouch to me. A 13, Arcana.
Yeah, you look at this. You've heard of these items. They're a really common item. Once you start brushing the dust off it and get it clear out, it seems to be like a bright red leather, really well made, and it is a bag of holding.
What?
All right. Well, this will help. Anybody need to throw anything in here right now?
Maybe pieces of your armor.
Yeah,
Burn.
no, eventually, I look up into the sky.
I'm gonna pick.
Burn.
I'm gonna pick up the necklace of ears and put it around my neck because
Oh! I was like, Bork, I don't know if that's a good idea. We're trying to make peace with
No.
the elves. I think
these are elf ears.
yeah, I think that would be super not chill. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll put it in a bag of holding, you know, and if we come across the elves, we offer it back to their families. Same with this Sylvanus necklace. We give more offerings back to this tribe. I think we definitely, and this is just me, I think this tribe is good security for this village as they try to build themselves. If we build good rapport for them, like, just the peace between the two is a plus. You know what I mean?
Can I wear it till we give it away?
No, I don't think that would really hurt my feelings if you did that.
It
Somebody
seems
else?
bad.
Yeah.
And you know, Bork, we could talk later about why human beings like myself would find that bad. But just for now, just trust us.
Okay.
Do you need a necklace? Would you like necklaces?
I don't know. I see you guys wearing things. I thought maybe I could wear something.
I use this to remind me of, Tyr, so that, like, to focus, kind of a focus when, but...
I can make Bork a necklace.
All right.
Just wait until I can get around some nature, and I'll make you a necklace.
Sweet.
Okay. So, as you gather your things, you gather the items, you have managed to do a successful lootage. There you go. Congratulations, guys. It's your first time you've ever looted anything. It's only taken to 5.
Yes, that's our fault.
As you start to exit the dripping caves, you see your fellow adventurers, Pleep and Noinek, flying above a small band of elves which are hot-footing it through up the trail.
Okay. Wave at Noinek and Pleep. I'll express my concern for them. We haven't even taken a long rest yet, correct? So we're looking.
No, you guys all look like shit.
Well, and I'm concerned that they had the same run-in that we did as well. So, are you guys okay?
Oh,
They
yeah,
look-
we're great.
They look fine.
Yeah, we found
They must have
land
really
near
had
'em.
a little bit. This is definitely prestidigitation.
Yes, I'll do like a blue sparkle, just so you know it's okay. Actually, I should tell you, we should have that. We should have something where like a
little
warning sign if I'm
signals.
heading your way if it's bad, little signals. Yeah,
Red
Figure that out.
bad, and come help. That's
yeah. Yep. Red bad,
Blue good.
green good,
is
or
this
blue good. Yeah.
is this Rand Arrow Hope?
Yes.
As-
So yeah.
So Rand.
Yeah. I want
introduced
to.
him.
Go ahead.
He sort of Pleep introduces him and he bows his head, looks up, and he sees that you've got the held the shield. You're holding it still. You're using it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or is it in the? Yeah. And he sort of goes. You've done my tribe a service by putting down the orcs that had this.
Yeah, these dudes are real scumbags.
Let's just say they've taken a few of my friends and family's lives, and as you turn, there's out of the 6 or 7 people there, you do notice a few of them have got various sort of scars, and one is missing an ear. And they're like, yeah, they don't seem to like to just kill elves. They just like to maim them. They like to send them back as a message to us to stay away from their lands.
I do have a few items that are yours, both literal and figurative. I did find some mutilated, elf necklaces that I have, and I found a necklace of Sylvanus as well, if that belongs to your tribe.
He said, keep the necklace of Sylvanus. Maybe it can bring one of you some favor or some... Even if it's just sell it for gold. We don't put money in in material things. However, the ears I will take, and he wraps them in a sort of a small piece of cloth and puts them in his backpack. And he says, right, the shield. I understand that this will be hard, but I appreciate taking this. However, any good deed has to be met with the kindness, and in return, as he starts to go through, he pulls out an elven longsword and gives it to you.
Tight, cool.
As you pull it out, you sort of see it. It starts to flicker in the sky, in the light.
Ooh.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Hey.
Yep, you sure can.
Cool. Oh, 20.
His hand blurred out when he looked
Dirty.
forward. He just flipped me off. Like
Dirty 20.
So as you go through this is you have a look at it in a little bit more detail. You recognize this as an elven moon-touched sword. You, Tim, for yourself, what you can do on this, you can control this for you. It can shed light up to a 15-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 15 feet. It's like a moon, like a bluish light. It's not like a bright light, but it does class as a magical weapon, even though it doesn't give you a +1 to hit or damage.
okay. Just as the DM, when I sacred weapon this thing, then it becomes.
Yeah. You can sacred weapon any weapon,
Okay. All right.
and in fact, even if you've got a +3 weapon and you sacred weapon, that goes on top of your +3.
Before I have to do my paladin thing. Is anybody in greater need of this? As I look around, I'm gonna Zara save my life.
Nah, I got this cool club, man. I'm good.
Please, you strong enough for this thing?
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah. I'll take it. If you don't want it.
You can
I
use a
think he
longsword.
wants it, please.
Is it a longsword? Or is it? I can't use a longsword. Never mind. She said longsword. I bet. Yeah. You know what? Actually, I do want to grab it. I want to hold it.
Yep.
Like grab it, my 5-foot frame, and just.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Thank you though.
Yeah. I'll just feel like. I would just kind of look at Bork, kind of give a wink.
I just stand up in front of me and I'll just go, that's too big for me.
Right.
Tubuku?
Yep. And Ron goes, may this weapon aid you as much as it aided myself. I've had this for over 100 years. It was made by a great artisan of our tribe. However, returning the shield and this, and you see like a grimace on his face when he's describing the shield that's been a thorn in our side. It needs to be an item needs to be given in response.
Appreciate it. We came here in search of investigating this obelisk called the Nightstone that apparently used to be in the town of Nightstone. Do you have any idea what that artifact could have meant? It seems that you've been here for a long time, and maybe the Nightstone has been here since you were young. Do you know what it did, or anything that you could provide for us?
To be honest, it was the name of the city, the name of the town. You're right; it's been there for as long as I can remember. We always thought. Sorry, what's that, Tim?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of the things. It was always an interesting talking point by the inhabitants of Nightstone. Some of them always thought they were much more important because they had this obelisk. Maybe now they will treat others with kindness rather than look down upon them, the people that are from outside of their walls.
Oh, I think they were humbled over the past few days. I would say that.
Well, not to say that humbled, they just they look out for their own, is all I should say.
Yeah, humans.
Yes. Well, the shorter lived races have much to prove in a short period of time.
Wow.
I guess, but I don't live long.
Mr. Razzle Dazzle over here.
Okay. I guess I got a lot to prove.
Word brain.
Well,
Just sort of like elbows him.
okay. Well, so the one more thing that I would say, Nightstone is very vulnerable. We're going north towards Bryn Shander. There's a speedy way to get us to the nearest route of travel to head us north to Bryn Shander. And finally, if you could just keep an eye on Nightstone as the world is moving towards the Well of Dragons, and the denizens of the world are creeping. If you could keep an eye on them, I think the world would be a better place and keep things in harmony.
Well, now that you've dealt with the orc band, I may have time now to assist and to help with Nightstone's rebuilding. I will see what my welcome is like when I go there. They've always been quite standoffish. When he says this, you probably get the feeling that he's probably more standoffish than them, but elves being elves, they're never going to admit that they're wrong.
I get it. Yeah. The Dornish. Got it.
Yeah, so he's like, so are we going to Nightstone now?
I'm looking at you guys. You want to get a good rest there, or do you think we've searched everything?
Yeah.
Is the cave clean? Can I just?
The cave's clean.
Okay.
As he does look at you and go, you guys, what happened in there? You guys look like you've been.
What happened in there?
It's pure goblins and ogres now.
Yeah, if you want to go check it out, there's a lot of great swords, probably great axes laying around from orcs and some dead goblins. There's a goblin king.
If you know anybody who can clean the caves up for the town, we can use help with that.
Man.
As you say that, the look of, say, disdain from the elves that you're expecting to go and clean up a cave, it was like, I am sure someone from the town will be able to deal with this themselves.
We'll, if you don't mind, you'll come with us back into town. We've got an amazing rapport with the town, and I'll do some of the, if you don't want to really talk to them, you can speak through us. Does that sound good? Like,
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
What are they like?
Feast.
What do they have? What are they like for provisions there at the moment? Are they wanting for food?
They definitely need some stuff.
Yes, they do.
Well, in that case, then we will meet you there. We'll just go a long way around and we'll see if we can get some local game.
Okay. Well.
And with that, they sort of turn and just fade into the trees.
Well, I guess we're taking a nice long rest here. Do you guys think it's safe to walk back? I've got about 10 hit points left.
I will die if I bounce off of one of these trees, but let's chance it. I don't know.
Yeah, we have mass, right? And I've read a book or two. We've got that.
I still have one of my survival. But you could get back.
And you have Pleep and Noynek to protect you.
Yeah, we can protect you.
Oh, Feather Boy.
What? You're just laughing at me. I can fight.
Yes, you can dazzle them away.
Dazzle. Okay.
Okay.
On that note, Plep. This is your first. Seeing Zora. She's flagging. She's literally was on her last. You can see how bad she was beaten up. So just to sort of go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perspective. All right.
Yeah, it's she's seen better days. Much better days.
All right. Well, I definitely want to tend to ask if we can get some help tending to them too, like our comrades. Ask the elves that. See if they have anything to help heal.
Elves.
Gaga. I don't know.
Yeah, the elves sort of they call back as you start to sort of. They're like, we'll meet you back at the village. Fine. There's nothing here. There's nothing dangerous between here and there.
But then I think we should stay in the cave. Oh, all right. You want to rest first?
I say book it there and take a long rest.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? Do I head back to town or stay? I'm down for whatever.
Head to town.
Well, you have a choice. You can do a short rest for half an hour, get some hit points back if you want that way, then go, or you can just walk to town and get a long rest there. Your choice.
I'm gonna hump it.
Yeah, I'm voting long rest.
Hump it and long rest.
Okay, so over the next 2 hours, you travel down the path that you travel down the path towards Nightstone, and as the elf said, there's hardly there's nothing that would damage that would be of a hindrance to you in any way. As you start to approach Nightstone, you see that there's smoke. There's smoke from chimneys coming up, as if life is getting back together in the small village. As you get to the entranceway to Nightstone, a band of elves that you've previously met come out of one of the small areas, and amongst them they have a deer and a couple of rabbits between them. And sort of he bows, he sort of nods in your direction and goes, "Please, lead the way."
I'm sorry, who was that?
The
Who
elves.
just popped up? Oh, okay.
Elves.
Guys, I'm not gonna say, yep, they're definitely pretty clever. But I was walking to town and we're gonna need a rest, right?
Okay. As you start to enter town, you notice that there's now some guards on the duty on the main gate. You recognise them as one of the original guards, and one must have been one of the villagers that seems to have stepped up a little bit and put a shield on and is doing some guard duty. As they look you up and down, sort of horror comes over their faces, as if they've sort of that you guys are just barely walking.
We won.
It's like,
we
and they're like,
Your cave.
as you do that, they,
You should see the other guys.
Yeah.
oh, wow! Must have been some fight for people like you to end up like that. Glad we didn't go back in there on our own. God.
Now you have your feedback, so that's good. When we come back someday after we get back from Bryn Shander, hopefully that's a nice little Airbnb. You know, we can hang out. Just kidding.
As you say that, one of the villagers to say. So the guard goes, "Do you know how far Bryn Shander is away from here?"
I would like a map. If anybody has a map of the Sword Coast, I think it would be something we should purchase. What do you guys think? Does anybody have a map?
It's just over the ridge, right?
Technically, yes.
Just way, way over the ridge.
Yeah, you're given they say that maybe Morak may have a map in his inn. He may have one. We used to have a couple because it's quite nice to see where things are. But yeah, that's like, God, if you start walking now, oh God, how far do you reckon they start having a bit sort of banter between each other? Yeah, God, good. Wow, at least 5 score. I mean, God, no, I can't even count that high. It's a long way to the north.
That's a bad idea. What if we take a boat? Think it's better to take a boat there?
Boat. To be honest, I've only really been about 10 miles around Nightstone. You're probably best to talk to Morak and find out anything further than that. I'll give you the wrong information, but boats from here, you'd have to probably get to Waterdeep on a boat. What's north of Waterdeep? And they sort of start wandering off, discussing their hypothetical journey by boat. You guys sort of go, yeah, they haven't got a clue what they're talking about, and you head into town. As you what was that? Sorry, Tim?
It's far, far away. We've come to the conclusion.
It's far, far away.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you start to approach, Morak comes sort of bounding out of his inn and says, "No offense, guys, but you look like shit. What happened?"
Well, let me tell you.
We definitely could have used you.
Sorry. I'm not a fighter anymore. Many years ago, maybe, but now.
You took an arrow to the knee?
Took an arrow to the knee, yep.
As Zora just sort of rolls her eyes of all the times she's been told by people at the circus, "Oh, I used to be an adventurer."
Is your name Clive by chance?
I got an uncle, Clive. He lives in Flandern. God. However,
I'll start to tell the
I've got some
story.
food.
I'll start to tell the story of what happened through Bork GPT. I don't have anything specifically, but I'll start to, tell the story over some Calliope music in the inn.
They're all reasonably impressed, and especially they're so happy that you guys went and cleared out that cave, because there's no way if that black ooze thing had come anywhere near these guys, I think they would have just
Done for.
died. So Morak walks up to Rond and sort of accepts his food offering and says, "Thank you. I'll be most appreciative here." The way that Rond was describing how the villagers were a bit haughty, a little bit high and mighty, that definitely doesn't seem to come about from Morak. But you know yourself that there was a lady here that used to be the Lady of Nightstone.
Yeah.
Maybe that she wasn't as gracious or as down to sort of talk to sort of more common people.
Lady Nandar.
Lady Nandar, yes. Morak starts to come into dialogue with Rond, and they discussing various things and with Tim's help, they seem to come up with a mutually beneficial sort of plan to get the elves to help out, and the elves would also help around. The humans would also help trade for the elves as well. So there's a few nice sort of scratch my back and I'll help you type deals. They definitely seem to be a lot more at ease talking with Morak than they did describing when they were here before. After an hour or so of listening to Bork GPT and going through various renditions of what's happened, Morak sits down at your table. I hate to add to your woes, lads, but you said that there was a band of people here in Nightstone that rode off during the combat.
Yes, Tila Summerhawk, right? Is that the name, right?
No. Tila's the cleric.
Yeah, one's like Tori.
You mean Kayla? You mean Kayla?
Keela. Yep, Keela.
Yeah. When you sort of start to mention the names and stuff, she's like, yeah, she'd only been here a day or two. She was staying. She was staying at the inn. But
She was
yeah,
at the church. Her husband was at the church.
no, that was So she starts going through, and it's like you start describing these people to them, and they've never heard of any of the other people, but they've heard of Keela. Yeah, they've not heard of Zolkin. They've heard of Keela. Keela had been there a day or so before this incident had happened, and he said, were they in the keep by any chance?
Were they hiding out in the keep when we started? Didn't they bust out the keep and haul ass?
They came busting out and grabbed her and left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, then, at some point, it's not urgent, but they have stolen Lady Nandar's signet ring with the crest of Nightstone on it.
Dick move, bro.
And they also stole. It used to protect our keep. It was a flying sword that was in it protected Lady Nandar. However, that's been stolen as well.
What was it?
It was a sword that was under its own. It used to float in the air and ward off attackers. It was a marvelous sight, but they've both gone.
Okay.
And whilst going through they've taken the coffer, which is where all our money for Nightstone was held. I don't know the contents because I was never allowed in the keep, but the whole coffer's gone.
Is that the coffer that I found?
No.
Oh, I was like, guys, we got a problem.
I can hear Tim's heart breaking.
Yeah.
Because what he describes to you like it was a brass inlaid coffer that was really well made, and that's where all the sort of the tributes and various tithes and all that sort of stuff went for the whole of this town, and the whole chest has been gone.
Is Rand Arrowhead, is MIT Rand around me somewhere? I'd be like, if he 12 horses blew out of here during the attack, do you have any idea what direction or where they could be found?
If they stayed on the road, they're really hard to track on the road. They would have.
Okay.
We didn't see them come off the road, but they've gone down it. They went north, back to the high road, then north.
Hey, we're headed north. We find these cats, we'll grab the stuff. When we're done with our mission, we'll bring these things back to you. Does that sound good?
I appreciate it. Obviously, it's not urgent. It's just that will, especially the signet ring is the one of the items that you have if you're in charge of Nightstone.
So if someone like puts that ring on, they become in charge of Nightstone. Is that for
No. It's more of a symbolic thing, but it's just hard now for us to go forwards with somebody else to be in charge of Nightstone without that ring.
Right, like the Lady Zara, champion of the Dripping Cave. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just.
I don't want to get into politics, though. That sounds like work. I'm not interested in that.
Just kidding. Yeah, but you guys.
New title.
If we come across these things, we'll make sure they're returned to you.
I appreciate that, but yeah, but for now. Yeah, but for now, here he gets you a round of drinks, puts some hearty stew in front of you, and goes, rest, enjoy, and recuperate this evening. Because to be fair, it looks like you guys need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as he walks out, and you see that the town is slowly rebuilding and slowly getting back onto its feet. What do you guys want to do?
Long rest.
Rest.
No,
I'm gonna go to church and pray, and then go rest and go check on them, and then head back up.
Okay, so as you guys do that, we'll go on to you're currently in the group of the inn. So Noinek, you have been busy doing other things for the past few sessions in terms of you've been scouting, you've been keeping an eye on things, you've been looking at a few little areas. However, during this time, you have managed to sort of fend off a few goblins, a few various smallish areas, and you have also leveled up with the group. So you're currently level 3. So you took, what did you take as your subclass?
Soul Knife.
Soul Knife. Oh, you're a nice one. So how did Noinek come by his psionic powers?
Kind of by accident, actually. He after they protected Nightstone from the orcs, and he got knocked out and had to be revived by his party. He kind of went out into the wilderness, rethinking his life choices and trying to decide if he was going to be a burden to the party or if he was actually going to be useful. Based on his past mistakes, he's convinced that the best way to keep from repeating mistakes and getting people he cares about killed is to not care about anybody and not have anybody to rely on him for anything. So he's kind of out in the wilderness, like basically trying to decide if he's just going to leave or if he's going to go back to the party. But while he's out there, he's he hasn't given up on his blood hunter heritage, so he's kind of trying to perform like blood hunter skills and stuff. And he also knows that the village is in bad shape, needing food and that kind of thing. So he's out looking for food that he can kind of sneak into the kitchen without anybody knowing that he was there. And he comes across a rabbit, and he decides he's going to try to do a hemocraft spell to kill the rabbit, which he has never been successful at, but he's still trying. So he gives it a shot, and of course he fails, and the rabbit he spooks the rabbit, and out of frustration he kind of like acts like he's going to throw the spell at the rabbit. And when he does that, a transparent knife appears in his hand right at the release point and kills the rabbit. And he doesn't know how it happened, but it did. And he tries to do it again, and it works. So he's not sure exactly how it happened, but it's just a skill that he just discovered by mistake.
Nice. So you
There's no
basically
mistakes, only happy little accidents.
Yeah, so you found now that you're able to manifest this ability. Just a few things from this ability that obviously you're aware of, just to make sure everybody else is aware for this, is when Noinek uses his weapon, it's like spectral daggers or spectral blades or like a punch dagger type things can appear, whichever he wants. But when they actually hit people, there's no outward sign of them hitting them. So there's no holes, there's no slash marks, there's no anything like that. It's pure psychic damage. So actually, when you hit somebody with it, you can't actually, they don't sort of like, if they die, you don't go, that's been hit by a dagger or been hit by a sword or been hit by, it's just dead. So it's quite a
Caramel bear totem.
Hey, friend!
I was like,
Emotional damage!
It's got to be done. Yeah, so it's a good one. So that was yours. So thank you very much. And Pleep, you're a level 3. Oh, so you did your level 3 last time, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're fine. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So you're ready to go. You're happily back now with your friends and comrades.
I want to do my Peep's normal like night thing is going, making everyone comfortable when they sleep, right? Warming up their bed, whatnot, and chilling their pillow, making the place smell nice, and then just making them comfortable, make sure they're good to go, and then since they already have good food, I don't need to alter their rations to make them taste any different. But I just want to make sure any way I can help heal the party. I'm not into medicine, but any way I can help like wrap their wounds or stuff like that. I want to go out and do that. Spend the evening helping them.
Nice.
Warm up
So,
by warming
you know,
up his
it's-
bed. By warming up everybody's beds, though, he thinks he's doing prestidigitation, but he's just laying in the bed before they get in it.
like I look like a chicken or like a duck, like just sitting there, like
Like goes and lays in everybody's beds
You're
before.
like roosting. You're like roosting on my
roosting,
bed.
just like there might be a feather or so. Like you can keep that. That's
He just
for you.
leaves like a little feather on your pillow.
Little blue feather. Hey. Yeah, it's on your pillows. Which end was on it?
Get your feather butt off my pillows. We have talked about this.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
So the evening draws close. Looking around your comrades now, you are feeling a little bit more at ease with each other. You've been through a lot. You've all have seen the light at the end of the tunnel at least once. Some more than once. And it's now that you are starting to realize that you are able to trust these people. They do have your back. Whereas maybe previously in other areas of your life, if you had fallen unconscious, you may not have been waking up again. However,
Where'd my kidney go?
yeah, exactly, yeah. Or in the case of Noinek, he probably wouldn't have woken up if back where he's from. But it's good to have people that sort of are able to sort of have your back, keep you alive. and it's an interesting group of people you've got in front of you. So you have a long rest. You wake up in the morning a little bit achy, a little bit sort of. You've felt your sort of your muscles that you've been using for the past few days. You wake up. There's some nice hog that's been was one of the ones that the elves had brought in. They've sort of done some sort of. It's not bacon. It's not been cured, but to be honest, it still tastes nice. In the morning, you're there. You have your breakfast. Morak joins you, and he says that he's going to be sending out a couple of the villagers, accompanied by some of the elves, to the Dripping Echo Caves, just to secure it and make sure it's all okay. Hopefully, we'll see if we can maybe put a door on that place this time, so it can be a little bit more secure for us. But yeah, well, you live and learn. You live and learn. So, what plans do you guys have? Where are you going from here? Are you going to go to Bryn Shander and chase down the information from Semil Southwell to do with the obelisk, or is there other callings that you have from around these areas?
Well, we gotta find our way north. I'm kind of talking to the party as well. Morak's just kind of with us, right? We're all sitting around the table.
Yep.
North of Bryn Shander is the answer. I feel like walking on our feet. I look around and I'm not seeing a lot of horses here. I would say those dudes, if we do go north, they have horses and they are bad guys. Sounds like. So there's a potential there for some justice. We send the equipment back with them, and we procure ourselves some horses from those ding-dongs. What do you think? Or do we check in with Waterdeep and say, hey, the next answer is in Bryn Shander? Do you want to...
Well, remember, we got some information about a scholar,
Yep.
Sam Southwind.
Yeah.
He's in Bryn Shander.
Yeah, he was in Bryn Shander.
Isn't he? Okay.
For
That's right. You're right. I forgot.
But do I get the idea that I could sell anything to this town? They're hurting, right? Like I need to go find a new town to sell off this stuff to refit the party. Do we have enough rations to move?
Yeah, there's enough food in terms of rations and stuff like that, but they're not hurting. They've got roofs over their heads. They're rebuilding. They've got food. They're just not as plush with the money as they could have been if all their livelihood hadn't been stolen.
So they're house rich, not cash rich. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so we gotta go somewhere else if we're gonna turn, what is this, the Thieves' Tool and the Seal of Sylvanus into some cold hard cash, or spend any of this cash that we got.
Don't forget that as I open.
Oh, and the pepper shakers, forgot about that, yeah.
All here.
Oh, are you sure it's salt and pepper?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that. We could flavor our food.
Any of you guys need another longsword while I'm at it? Does anybody need this one, like my old one? As I'm like distributing stuff, because if anybody's carrying any extra stuff, just put it in here.
No, but I will need some time to find somebody to mend my armor.
Bork mended all your stuff. You're back to normal. He mended it while we were chilling.
Okay. Thank you, Bork.
yeah, anything I can do while you guys are sleeping is great, because I don't have to sleep.
Love this rest.
I could.
Yeah,
I lost my hammer, so I could use a longsword, I guess.
Can you use a longsword?
I can. I am proficient.
As well as he can a hammer.
But it's
recommend swinging with this with two hands rather than one. If you don't have a shield, there we go, just like that. Sorry.
yeah.
I can tell my son trying to do something on the stove in there, and I'm just smelling, that you left the stove on smell.
That's just a regular longsword, yeah.
Yep, regular old longsword.
So I this thing's probably as tall as I am, so here I am, just like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks cool though. You look pretty lean.
Thanks.
Okay, so I had a note here, something about Waterdeep, like the quest from Waterdeep or like to Waterdeep. Do you guys remember what that was?
What?
Or am I like, did I just take a bad note?
No, you had the quest. You started off in Waterdeep, and you'd given the quest to go to Nightstone to find out the information about the obelisk. As you got here, the obelisk had been stolen.
Got it.
The two parties, obviously, the party with Puent had gone north, and you had gone south.
Got it. I need to take better notes.
Oh, it's nice. Door.
What's,
So you got,
what would be the quickest way to get to Bryn Shander from here?
oh, he says Bryn Shander. That's let me see. He gets out a map and he unrolls it in front of you, and it's a really nice map of the Sword Coast.
How much?
He sort of goes, if you want the map, it's yours.
Thank you.
But still,
But
the
as we're
question
looking
stands.
at
The question stands. Like, if you were to go to Bryn Shander, what would be the quickest way to get there?
To be honest, if I was going to get there and I was going to do it, I would probably, let me think, two options. Go to Waterdeep, buy some horses, go north. It's going to take you at least a few weeks, probably 3 weeks of travel. The other option is go to Waterdeep, get on a boat, travel up to Luskan. Yeah, if you guys go to Luskan, if you are anywhere near Luskan, make sure you keep your hands on your wallets, make sure your gold's in front of you, make sure you don't look at anyone dodgily. You'll be dead.
Where's the good jump-off point to get to Bryn Shander?
Yeah, Luskan.
It's like Waterdeep. Yeah,
We gotta
it's
go. Okay.
either route.
So Waterdeep to Luskan, that's one of the main shipping routes. So that's that. There's lots of travel that go out there, but you have to find a boat that's willing to take you. Bit pricey, if I remember correctly, going northbound on that. But yeah, I'd probably do that.
Maybe we can.
If we wait so we're at a 10-day right now. If we wait 10 days, we'll get paid by the White Wheel. Correct me if I'm wrong. We could put that. If we can't get travel from other means in Waterdeep.
Well, Morak goes, well, if Waterdeep wants you to go there, obviously it'd be daft to use your own money.
Right. We go find some leadership there through the Archbishop of Canterbury and just be like, hey, our next spot, based on what Henry wanted us to do, is we need a trip to Luskan. What do you guys think? And if they don't want to send us, then, well,
Then they don't want it done.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, well,
I think that's a fair thing to ask.
yeah. At that point, I'd be like, yep, yeah. Well,
Okay.
let's go.
Morak sort of says, well, hopefully, if I could impose on you just one more time before you leave, though, if you wait at least a day, just one more day, please. I've asked for some guards to come from Waterdeep to help protect Nightstone, and to be honest, I would feel much better if they were there before you guys left. I know it is imposing and it's delaying your quest. However, I don't feel that we are in any situation at the moment. If anyone did attack us, we've just our guards. So please take your rest, take your well-earned accomplishments. Obviously, if you want to help out you can, but please, they should be here. They reckon they'll be here first light tomorrow.
I think after this last battle, we could probably take another day to rest up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Never been on a boat before.
Samesies.
I have.
So if I'm
I hear it's a fracking good time. Ugh.
Oh. Oh man,
Sorry.
you've been getting your jokes from Bork GPT, haven't you?
Nope. I'm just stupid.
Where are we?
So you guys have got a day to do what you guys want to do around Nightstone. So I'll go around and I'll ask each of you what you guys want to do, and if anything at all. This is a day of you. You can do whatever you want within reason, obviously. Don't throw the DM too many curveballs because I'll cry. But you guys can do whatever you want for the day. So we're going to start with Moriana. So you've woken up, you've had your breakfast, you've been given a whole day of either what activities you want to do or not do, or is there anything you want to help with, or is there anything that you need to do for your character for the next sort of 24 hours?
I'm gonna go talk to Vanessa, which was the grower for
Yep.
like the herb garden and stuff. I'm gonna ask if I can forage from their herb garden and kind of take some of their herbs with me. And the rest of the day I want to spend with Hildy and building that relationship and maybe teaching her some of my druid craft.
Okay, cool.
And also,
So you
with
yeah,
that,
cool.
I'm gonna build Bork's necklace. We're gonna make it today.
Nice. So is that are you doing that with Druidcraft, are you?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. You can so the best part of the day you're spending with the various people that you've discussed. You're noticing that with your sort of small touches and your small, obviously nature responds to you a bit better than it does the average person. The day that you spend in the herb garden, you notice that new shoots grow, new parts of the plants that may have looked like they were on their last legs. You come back, you nurse them back to health. You help water them. You help care for them. Vanessa, she's very impressed with your natural green thumb type thing, and you get all the various herbs that you need free of charge, no problems at all. Just for whatever ones you need for all your various things, you've got them. Can you describe what you're looking for Bork's necklace?
Like a strong sticks that don't break when bent.
Okay.
To weave them and to make a braided necklace for him.
Cool. So you basically managed to find some very, very young willow saplings, and you notice that there's some of them they're exceptionally bendy, and you managed to sort of take a few of them without hurting the tree, and you're able to sort of move them into sort of a 3 braided necklace that has a bit of pliability, but it's quite rigid, so it'll go quite around and sit quite well, but it won't obviously dangle like a chain. Nice. So you spend the next day doing that. Hildy is mesmerized by what you're doing and going through things, and you notice that she's quite apt at sort of learning, and she's trying her best to sort of mimic you when you're making this necklace. However, she's trying to do it without the aid of magic, and there's a few snaps, there's a few things, but she doesn't seem to be wanting to give in. She seems to be very focused on emulating her hero.
Kind of like I'll touch her necklace and mend the broken pieces.
Yep, as you do that, your druidcraft kicks in, and again, and she's like, one day I'll be able to do this. You have my word on it. You have my word on it. And she doubles down and tries to learn. Okay, so we'll go on to the next person now. Let's go to Pleep. What do you want to do for the day?
I want to go. Actually, this time I want to go and see if anybody has any type of like scrolls or spells. Like check if they have like our arcane shop or library in the town.
As you start to go around the town, you quickly ascertain that there is no shop here. There's an inn that's got a few books in it and a few things, but nothing of really arcane sort of nature. anything you manage to talk to Morak, and Morak does explain that the lady, she had a few books, but they would have been kept in the coffer that's been stolen. They were,
Okay.
but nothing major. Which, to be honest, we're quite a small back alley sort of town here. No mage worth his salt really would come here. It's not something that you get a few travellers and a few goes through. Oh, as he starts going, but wait, hang on. I might have. He goes back into his inn, starts to look through some of the older boxes and chests, and he comes out and he's got 2 scrolls. He goes, unfortunately, they are blank, but it is papyrus. That very, very, and I've got some ink that can go with them as well. So if this is of helpful to you, they're not magical, but they've just been sat in the bottom of a chest for quite a while now. Blow some dust off it. Yeah, they've still got a bit of life in them, and they seem to be reasonably well made. And so he gives you 2 blank scrolls and a small inkwell of ink.
Thank you. That's kind of you. How much?
No. For you, this is not. I wouldn't be able to sell this here anyway. So
Okay.
please take this and enjoy it with my thanks. Is there anything else I can do for you, Pleep?
That's it for now. I'll go about and search the town for anywhere I can help, or
Okay.
check up on Zora, see how her wounds are doing.
Okay.
And
So you
also
spend.
Tim.
Okay, you spend the first sort of hour flying around various small houses in Nightstone. One of the things that you've found that you're able to do, which it comes to no surprise, you're able to check the roofs and fix some of the roofs without any scaffolding whatsoever. If no one having to climb up there and hurt themselves, you manage. There's a few tiles that are a bit loose. You push them back in, and you sort of clear a bit of the flashing. Nothing major, but enough that you know that you've done a good job in terms of, hey, no one else could do this as fast as this. So you then go and check on Zora and Tim. They woke up in the morning after breakfast, and they looked a lot better. Their skin in places was still a bit pink in terms of where it had been sort of hit with acid. However, they seem to be recovering quite well, and
Nice.
you reckon give it a day or two, and you probably won't notice where they got attacked, where they got hit by the acid.
And how's my entertainer in crime doing, Bork?
This new
How you doing,
sword.
Bork?
I've got this new sword that I've never used before. So I'm outside like an action figure, like that has the little thing on the back.
Yeah, yep.
Just
Nice.
walk. I
this.
look ridiculous, I'm sure, just walking around town, just doing this.
Kind of like the bird look.
Yeah, just most of the day,
Yeah.
like weird.
So as
I'll
you're
figure
doing
this
that,
out.
Morak comes up to you and says, "Look, can you go and do that over in the corner, over there? We've got young children, we've got young kids coming around. If you hit them, it won't be good. Look, and also, maybe you should talk to Tim or one of the others to sort of give you a lesson."
I could probably do that. Ken seems to be a nice guy.
Yeah. Just this like, he does sort of come at you quite sort of like from behind. He's definitely not in front of you in any shape or form, because he's a little bit concerned that you may trip and skewer somebody with the sword. So he's like, and as he walks off, you hear him muttering, "Who thought it was a good idea to give that? Oh, well, adventurers are adventurers. That's all I can say. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are."
Really? So really, I'm just trying to figure out how to use this more to perform than to do damage, because I know I'm not going to really, like, if I'm going to perform for other people, and it's like, I am Sir Timothy in the dripping
Also,
caves.
it's a sword on the battlefield for me, and I'm definitely okay with this. It's a mobile, like, can I have that? Thanks.
Okay. And so what else is Bork doing apart from that?
Apart from
Yes.
that, I honestly, I because I have cure wounds, I would try to do as much helping of the crew as possible. That I didn't take any damage.
Yep.
So I just lost a hammer.
Don't tell everybody.
I just lost a hammer.
Don't tell everybody that you're.
I'm not supposed to get hurt. But I can heal myself too, so there's that. But anyway, so I'll do as much helping of them as possible, and I'll whisper into Tim's ear. Can you teach me how to use this sword, please?
Absolutely. I'm gonna go work on the. Well, yes. The answer's yes. I'll wait my turn.
Okay. So, a good segue into Tim. So, Bork comes and talks to you, Tim, during the day and asks you for some lessons.
Oh.
You go through some basic sword technique, and also this will be good for your performance, Bork, because you're being taught how Tim uses his sword, and that obviously adds sort of the correct way of doing this. So, Tim, over to you.
All right. I'm gonna try to find her name. Who's running the church? Is that Syndra?
Taylor.
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 Okay. Yep. So Taylor Summerhawk. Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
Taylor Summerhawk. As I'm with him, I wrap up training. You know, pat him on the head. Nice necklace, buddy. Appreciate all your helps. Oh, he's good at mending too. You know, there's a lot of goblins in here. If we're done with that, maybe he'll help me clean up the chapel. Waiting on the town's guards to show up. Working with Tila, learning a little bit from her crafts as well. Studying the map, trying to come up with a good way to get north to Bryn Shander, and just probably I think we decided Waterdeep was the answer. Taking a lot of time to predict and pray, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's been a busy. We're on day 6 right now. It's been a busy. So gonna try to get my currencies and qualifications back with tier. Resubmit all my forms and processes. Clean my equipment when I'm done with that, and then just kind of move around, see if anybody needs help.
Okay. As you know, in all things paladinly, everything you fill out is in triplicate. You have to fill it out in multiple different ways because.
Bureaucrat, do I have a badge?
Yeah. They like to do things properly, as in all things. So, you file your ability and you go through the various things. You do your blessings and communal with Tyr. Taylor thanks you for your help in the church and various things. You notice that even in the day, she's a bit more confident than she was.
Good.
The last time you saw her, she seems to be sort of coming into her own now that she's been sort of thrust upon her to run this church rather than happily in the background just dealing with sort of the smaller tasks. As you're looking around him, you are noticing that one thing that fills you with a bit of pride and a bit of a good feeling is this town is pulling together exceptionally well. There's the odd anger, there's the odd little bit of frustration kicks in, but everyone is pulling their weight and helping. Even the youngest of the children are running around. They're still having a bit of time, a bit of playtime, and a bit of stuff being children. However, they are still helping with the town and being able to sort of just moving some of the things and delivering and bits of information around. This does seem quite a nice village. It's without your assistance and the group's assistance, this wouldn't be here. It's always something to feel good about and to sort of ensure that you're on the right track and the right path when you can look back and see what a difference you guys have made. And Nightstone is definitely one that the Guardians of Harmony, see, using your oh yeah, the guy on the right hand side, Gary, they're called the Guardians of Harmony, by the way, is the name that they came up with for this ragtag bunch of people.
I dig it.
So
Yep. So I'll wrap the evening up. I'll ask Zara if she wants to. Now I'm done with Bork training him. Zara wants to battle with her new great club. You know, bang the shield with it, and you know,
A little spar in there.
do some sparring. Yep. Finish the evening, eat a meal, pray again, go back to bed.
Nice. So, and on that note, Zora, this has been planned.
Yeah, so Zora, when she gets up, first thing she does is she doesn't have breakfast yet. She just gets right up and goes downstairs and, some good calisthenics. She tries to find the heaviest object she can find. She's kind of wandering, around looking for big, heavy things to pick up. She's probably gathering a bit of a following. And if there are any of these kids that are around running messages, so she'll kind of smile at them, give a little, hey, watch this, and so she's trying to entertain the kids a little bit. And if any of the adults stop to watch, from their labors, she'll do that as well. She's just a natural entertainer. That's just what comes to her. And so as she does her workout, she, does it in a way that can maybe bring a smile or two to people. Then, workout complete, she kind of just wanders around the town looking to see if anybody needs just heavy things moved around, right? Little bit of a workout extended for her, and just wants to be helpful. Then towards the end of the day, you kind of see her looking around for Tim, yeah, he probably wants to spar at some point in time, and they obviously meet up because, a bunch of meatheads, that's just what we do.
Yeah. One thing you do notice in your sparring match with Tim's using his nice new sword, shield. You're using your nice new great club. You've used great clubs before, and you've, generally speaking, when they hit and things hit, they get marks, they get dinged, they get little bits of sort of scuffed up quite. This great club doesn't get a mark on it. Doesn't get a bit of there's no splinters, there's no.
I'm hitting it with just anything, just sitting there breaking stuff on it. This is great.
I bashed against an anvil a couple of times. Ting, ting.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's as if, as we said before, it's made of ironwood. Morak, whilst he's seeing you with this weapon, he sort of lets out a low sort of whistle and goes like, "Yeah, that's some mightily expensive stuff you've got there." That's
this thing, bang, bang, bang.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's do you know that black pudding that you thought that you were discussing? I'm pretty sure that even that couldn't dissolve this.
Good to know. Good to know. Writes a little note. If she could ever learn to read, look up ironwood. Psst, pleep. Hey, you remember that thing we talked about?
I wrote it down.
Tim's
of course
Tim's
you'll be banging around.
What's ironwood?
Expensive.
What's ironwood? Okay, and last but by no means least, Noinek.
Noinek's probably kind of lurking in the shadows, walking around, just watching the people. Offering a hand, well, not offering a hand, but helping when he can get away with it without being seen. But just kind of watching what people are doing and jumping in and doing little things for people here and there where he can.
So are you trying to do the helpful things stealthily, or are you just doing it when you don't? So could I have a check for me there?
I'm gonna try out my new die. Don't do me dirty.
Ooh. Oh, these the fancy ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, that's it. 12 plus 7, 19.
Yep, you are pretty confident that no one around here, unless they're actively looking for you, will be able to see you. You do help out with a few things. You move some items around. You help with loading and unloading some of the various things. People are just like, I'm sure I was oh well, I must have been doing it faster than I thought. And they wander off on their own as if, yeah, they're obviously like a hidden sort of guardian angel sort of appearing and helping them out, doing some of their various tasks for them, with no sort of. Yeah. But yeah, you are quite taken that everyone here seems to be. You're used to obviously where you're from. Very much out for themselves. Very much not the camaraderie that you used to in this small group of people. But also this village. They just seem nice and friendly. And you're you're sneaking around, checking on a few things. In back of your mind, you're kind of expecting this to be a facade of some kind in front. It's an act. No one's this nice all the time. It just doesn't happen. However, yeah, even when no one is looking and they're interacting with their friends and family, there's the odd bit of bickering, but that's families for you. But apart from that, they are, as you face value were, nice, wholesome people that seem to be out to look after each other and to ensure that Nightstone continues. You even spend a bit of time looking at Morak, and yeah, he's going to make a good leader of this community. He's always out for looking at helping others and ensuring other people get things first. Whereas some of the leaders in your previous communities were very much out for themselves and making the rules and making the laws for themselves. Morak seems to be putting others first. And the fact is that he's definitely out of pocket from doing this, and he's not charging anyone for any of the stuff he's doing at the inn, which seems a bit alien to you from your background. But yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Okay, so you all come together in the evening. Hopefully your final meal in Nightstone until you begin your long journey. What do you guys want to do for your final evening together in Nightstone?
Song of Fellowship.
A show? Yes, and a show with lights. And also, I'm going to pull out my lute. I haven't taken that out in a while. I do have a lute.
I think I have an instrument.
I think.
Maybe
Oh my god. I've got to see Tim play an instrument. Come on, Tim.
I think we all
I
do.
think I have a flute.
Did you do it? I did not.
I have a horn.
Is that why you're into harmony? Because you harmonize.
Yep.
That's it.
You like to bring harmony.
I have a horn. I don't know if this will work. This is more of a signal. I think, as you guys are trying to play music, I'm like, does not compute. I was talked to Pleep, you can make different spark signals. I've got a horn,
Yeah.
We'll work out some one long, steady blast is an emergency, honk honk, and
Okay.
I try to harmonize with you guys with a horn, but is it even guys? This
You stand out.
I pat you on the shoulder. I go, I'll point to you when to play
Thank you.
at the right
Never
point in
pointed you.
music.
Just blow it for like a second. Does anybody have a triangle, like a dinner triangle? I can give that to Zora, and she can
Be like a kazoo.
So who's wanting to join in this ragtag band of harmony?
That's just the name.
You know,
so the
Yeah.
band's name is just called Harmony. We are the Guardians of Harmony. We are just Harmony.
Harmony, just harmony. Yep. So
Does that mean technically you're the guardians of yourself?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very, very up yourselves. Do you know that? It sounds very grandiose saying, we're the guardians of harmony. Oh, that sounds amazing. They're in charge of harmony's us. We're the guardians of ourselves.
We protect ourselves. Because if we're not okay, we can't help you.
Help us.
I like
help
this.
You.
Yeah.
God. Sounds like a con, and it sounds like one of those wonderful things. Sort of like for the blind, and it's you put the money in and then they put a blind in their shop rather than for the blind. Seems very much a con of some kind going on here. However,
Oh no.
right. No. So I take it Bork is on his pipes or
Absolutely.
calliopes as we. Yeah. You're playing your lute, Pleep.
Yep.
Tim has got his horn that he's going to toot at any given time when he's pointed at. What about Moriana and Zora? Are you doing or playing anything, or are you in the audience?
I'm just sort of hanging out, watching, listening, and maybe dancing when, appropriate.
Okay.
Yes. I will dance and I will pass out flowers, but.
I mean,
Okay.
I've got a fair bit of charisma. Maybe I'll sing. Not in real life.
Yeah.
I will sing. My character will sing.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone that is participating, can I have a performance check from you,
Ooh.
please?
I get +2.
+3, 16.
Okay. So Pleep, you got 16. What did the rest of you get?
26.
Wow. He carried.
Not bad.
He carried 18.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Moriana got a 17.
Nice.
Is Zora
15
Zora, can I have a
plus... Hold on, where's my performance? 17.
Gosh. Okay, this is actually a rather exceptional thing here. Okay, so first of all, Bork lets down the music. Let's plays the undertones. It sounds obviously like a calliope. It's definitely it's loud and it's interesting, and however, it seems to hit the right chord with this in at the moment. Probably one of the best renditions you've heard from Bork. So obviously putting his feeling in the past few days, especially from a Tin Man. He's now got a bit of soul. He's a little bit of edge in there going through. As he's doing that, Pleep is adding a graceful running melody on his lute that seems to be interweaving quite successfully with the music that Bork is doing. Bork, every now and then when he's doing, you see him point at Tim. Tim hits every note, which is impressive. He obviously he's not been taught how to play a bugle, so he's only playing one note at the moment. But it's in tune, in time, and it's at the right time. He doesn't get them wrong, so it's going really well. During this, Zora and Moriana are dancing and handing out flowers, and they've done some absolutely fantastic dance moves. The whole town is sort of banging on tables, and then is there anything you guys can't do? Look, you saved a village, you saved this, and you can put on a show. God, wow, amazing! And so you're brought. You've not paid for your drinks when you've been here, but even so, a round of drinks are on the house for your performance. You're giving some various drinks. Morak is. He said, "I'm going to be sad to see you guys leave, but you're better. You're too good to be here in Nightstone. You need to move on and do. You have much better destiny ahead of you than staying around here and watching after us."
Thanks, Morak.
Thank you. We'll always remember this place.
Be sure to spread the word of the Guardians of Harmony.
We sure will, and in fact, we're going to be putting a plaque up in Nightstone dedicated to you, and that's going to be done tomorrow morning before you leave.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
So, you have a uneventful evening. You have a few drinks. You wake up in the morning. Breakfast again is as good as you've had anywhere else. You wake up and there's banging outside the inn. as you get to the inn, you look outside. You've got the name of the inn, which is just called the Inn, because hey, it doesn't need to have much. There's only one here. However, there's a plaque now on the side that says Nightstone, only here from the hard work and dedication of the Guardians of Harmony.
Neat.
I like it.
Onions. A lot of
Right.
onions.
Yeah.
I gotta go put my foot on for other reasons.
So as you're looking at this, the plaque that's there has been carved in wood. You know there's 5 guards that come in with Waterdeep regalia, walk in through the gates. Morak meets them, and a bit of a discussion and lots of mutterings. The guard captain comes up to you and he goes, yes, I hear it's just with thank you for this gracious town being still occupied and thriving as it looks. He's looking around at this. This is definitely, let's say, probably one of the first times this guy may have left Waterdeep. He is definitely more of a inner guard rather than somebody that's, however, the guards are a little bit short at the moment based on what's been happening in the rest of the world. So he's kind of had to come out and actually do what he needs to do. He introduces himself as... Savrin. And he goes, I hear we're here to look after this. Again, without you guys, this town wouldn't be here. So I appreciate your effort. And obviously, if you go back to Waterdeep, he writes you a writ and says, if you hand this in at the guards, be sure to get your reward. On there, it does say out there, to the bearer of this, please give 50 gold for saving of Nightstone.
Alright. Sabrine gave us a writ, 50 gold pieces. While everybody's packing up and stuff, I'll show him the lay of the land, where the claymores are facing, and all the clackers and that stuff, and hand over the patrol base properly. Show him where everybody's at. Talk to him about the elves. Elves are good. 12 dudes on horses, bad. And I'll talk to him about those folks. Like, you see those guys, that's not good. While you guys were here, did you see them? Is there anything weird on the road as we go back?
They said no. To be honest, the road's quite quiet now. Everything's gone south to the Well of Dragons.
Well, let's sign.
Yeah.
Let's leave on top.
Okay. You stand in the now peaceful town of Nightstone. A fragrant cloud of herbal excellence wafts through the air, tinged with a distinct aroma of herbs. Laughter echoes in the distance as a billowy cloud emerges on the horizon. The cloud approaches, carrying a towering figure on top of a magnificent flying tower. The figure waves ecstatically, his long white beard bellowing in the wind. The silence is shattered when you start to hear townsfolk screaming, "Ah, the giants are returning! The giants are returning! Run for your lives!" As one small child points, says, "No, this one's all fluffy. It's not made of ice at all. It's all fluffy." And that's where we're going to take a break.
Note to self: fluffy giants.
Fluffy giants.
Okay.
All right.
My
Giant.
favorite
giants are
giant,
new
the
for it.
fluffy giant.
If you want to leave the camera up, I'm gonna adjust the. I'm gonna build.
Yep.
This thing.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a
Wow.
break. And if we come back at say 9:05, so 17 minutes. Good
Sounds
time to
good.
build something.
We'll be
Good.
back in.
Thanks.
Okay.
We'll be back at 5 after. And we're
Okay.
back.
So as the small child points and goes, "This one's all fluff. It's not made of ice." You hear a booming voice in a mellow, laid-back tone. "Hey there, little dudes. Mind if I join your little gathering? This cosmic winds whispered that you maybe need some herbal guidance, man." Zephyros steps off his cloud and begins to take long, deep breaths, his eyes sparkling with a mischievous light. The cloud beneath his feet ripples with a psychedelic pattern, hinting at the giant's unconventional habits. "Hey, my name's Zephyros, but you can just call me Zeph. So what's the haps? What brings you groovy folks to a town like this? Looking for answers? Or maybe just a chill time? You know, it's a wild world out there. Giants causing such a major buzz, man. Ordnance all out of whack.
I think this is in plea.
And this ain't good for anyone. Don't fret, my enlightened dudes. Zeph is here to help you put things right."
Zeph.
Zephyros, light.
First off, like, welcome, and what are you gonna put right?
Chill, dude, chill. Just wait. Everything's happening at the right time.
Is it
Zeph
happening
lights up
too
his pipe,
fast?
takes a long, deep drag, exhales a cloud of fragrant herbal smoke that forms whimsical shapes in the air, each puff transforming into different creatures or symbols.
No, I'm liking this. This is great.
What a chuckle.
Like, I want to inhale it. Can I inhale the shape?
That's the good stuff. But enough about me and my a little. Oh yeah. I can help you on your most excellent adventure. Let's ride this cosmic wave together and uncover the truths about the shattered Ornins, man. He takes another deep drag, blows out a cloud of fragrant smoke, but this time, instead of creatures and symbols, it forms into a set of stairs that descend towards you. So, dudes, you ready to ride this cosmic wave?
Can I do an investigatory check on the smoke? I recognize like if it's good or bad.
Yeah, you can do you can do a check of this herbal smoke.
All right.
Never in my years would I have guessed that Pete could have convincingly pulled off a surfer dude accent, and well done, man.
Isn't
Good,
this
good job.
flip-flop
That's nice.
from freaking Hitchhiker's Guide from the Galaxy? Sounds like the dude that.
Well, it sounds like that and Rufus from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
I was
Crush from Finding
thinking
Nemo.
The big turtle from Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
19 for a perception check or a 19 if you want to use nature.
Okay, you recognize it as it's more like sort of cannabis-y type.
It's medicinal.
It's medicinal. Helps me chill out a little bit.
Euphoric feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do an
Yes.
insight check too.
Yeah, insight all the way.
12.
Yeah, to be honest, in his state of mind, he's probably unable to lie. He is pretty much an open
Pretty
book.
baked.
Yeah. He's like, "Come on, get aboard. Let's
Moria,
the cosmic.
all on this train.
Yeah,
Like,
the cosmic wave's not waiting for anyone. Come on."
It looks exciting.
I guess we're going with hippie giant dude.
I just start playing horns and follow Mariana right up the stairs.
What you find now walking up the stairs, these stairs are for your size creatures. They're not giant steps. It's as if he's made them specifically for you guys to be able to walk up them.
I look at him and say, how'd you know we were going to be here? How do you know of us?
Hey man, I've been looking for a while now. Your names came across the ether. I've just been told to come here and pick you up. You don't have to if you don't want.
either.
Everybody,
I
like,
do.
I have a way to check to see if this is evil or not. Do you want me to check first?
It
Like,
does
Yeah.
evil to me.
I'm gonna use divine senses. They're like just jumping on board with this. I'll be like, I'm gonna try to grab Zora by the wrist, like gently, not,
I'm not quite going up yet. I'm kind of.
Like pretty weary
I was
of,
like-
of new.
And I'm gonna hold Bork back with one other hand, and I'm not gonna touch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch
Your
Norak.
your divine sense does go off, but he is definitely good, not evil.
Hey, this guy's
Now
chilling.
sprinting aboard.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. All right. What's your name? Wait, was it Sven? Bliplop?
Zeph.
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 All right,
I
Zach.
like Zach.
Just call me
Sorry.
Zeph. Just call me Zeph. It's fine.
Zeph.
Yeah. He does look a little bit addled, a little bit not quite there. So, obelisks. Man, what happened to the obelisk?
We're trying to find out.
We were hoping you'd be able to tell us that, buddy.
Well, I know my frosty brethren took it for some reason, but yeah, it's all out of whack. This ordning, it's gone completely out of whack. This is not supposed to happen like this.
What's an ordinary?
Come.
That's the word.
Come. As you get to the base outside of the tower, he blows some more smoke out of his pipe. This time, forming chairs and things that guys can sit on.
Okay.
He's like, yes, please be seated. As he walks closer to you, he shrinks down into sort of similar size to you. Because I don't like looking down on people. But man, yeah, well. Ordnance. Yo, dude, so picture this, right? In a wild, wondrous world of Furun, there's this cosmic hierarchy called the Ordnance. It's like this massive ladder of power, status, and the giants in these realms follow. It's trippy, I know, but it sounds it. Seriously, it's fine, man. It's fine. Now check it out. These giants, these massive beings, they're divided into different kinds. Storm giants, cloud giants, fire giants, and so on. Each giant is ranked in his ordinance based on their power and size. It's kind of like a super chill pecking order, The bigger, the badder you are, the higher you climb up this ladder. But there's this one thing, bro. Ordnance isn't some arbitrary ranking system. It's all connected to this gnarly giant king named Annam, Allfather. He's like the ultimate dude. Ultimate. Big boss man of giants. The giants believe that Annam set up this cosmic ordning to bring order and balance to their realm. It's like this way of keeping the cosmic balance in check. But this is where it gets totally mind-blowing. This ordning. It's not set in stone, man. It's like this ever-shifting cosmic force, always changing, rearranging. Sometimes a giant can be challenging that giant and take their place. It's like a cosmic Game of Thrones, dude. you know, right? When the ordning gets out of whack, chaos ensures. It's like a bad trip, man. You never come down of it right. The giants start fighting each other, battling for power and causing all sorts of mayhem. And since these giants are seriously powerful, he gets quite as honest and as firm as he can get in his state. Their beef can have major consequences for the whole realms. Various obelisks have been taken from all over. No one knows why. But I understand you've been tasked with finding out what these obelisks are, and if my... Hey, I hear voices all the time. If one of these voices is correct, you need to get far away very fast. And I have this tower. But I've said enough. Please, if you wish to join me, but... Oh, yeah. Hey, dude, sorry about that. I don't get, God. If I get serious, just tell me. He just takes another drag out of his sort of pipe. Yeah, dude, come on, dudes. Come on along. It'd be great, good fun. There's food inside as well. I'm starving.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, always.
Absolutely. Wait, I don't eat.
Actually, now that you said that, I was starting to feel pretty hungry.
And as he does that, he sort of like, and he blows some sort of smoke over you type thing. If you guys want to smoke, sort of inhale it, you can It is
I was gonna ask
extremely.
if you can share some of that pipe weed.
Hey Tim, you remember that thing we
Hey.
were talking about earlier today?
In real life?
About content?
Oh, about content. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Are we about to go tiptoeing across a Twitch content line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's it's a Faerunian hemp. It doesn't really.
It's Faerunian.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's still funny nonetheless.
There's plenty more inside. We're fine. Just come on. It's, if you want to get to where are you going again? Is it where?
We're going to Brinshander.
We were trying to get to Brinshander.
That's-
You know where that is?
Cool.
You get
That's
us like
cold.
a little float that way?
It's cold, like really, really cold.
Do you have anything to keep warm?
Yeah.
Yeah, this cloud, this tower will keep us warm.
You got anything
But, yeah,
for
it's-
like our sized people though? Because that'd be super chill, bro. Sure would be
it's
a lot cooler if you did.
It's magic. It's magic, bro. You'll be fine in the tower.
Yes, but once we get off of the tower.
That's a tomorrow problem.
Ice area. yeah.
Today problem's fine. We've got a tower. Don't think about look. If you're constantly thinking about tomorrow, you never have a good time today, man. Come on.
I like where he's going with this.
But I don't think he's quite grounded in reality, man.
Yeah, but just go with it. I'm saying just go with it. It's fine.
We're learning
It's
a
fine.
lot. We were here
We
just
Quite
are.
a bit.
he knows about the
Talking a little more.
Maybe you can tell us more about them.
So the giants
Yeah.
are the ones that are disrupting these obelisks.
Do we know why
Right.
they're taking all these obelisks?
Not yet, man. Let's go in. Food. I'm starving. And he just gets up and just wanders off halfway through his
That
sentence.
seems good, though. And you're gonna take us towards Brinshander?
Yeah, and he just keeps walking.
I'm gonna look at
Seems
you
good,
guys
but
like,
I don't
Do
know.
we maybe want to have him pause us in Waterdeep so we can turn in our little shit thing for 50 gold and sell off a couple of thieves' tools and some salt and pepper shakers? And she like just lists out all the things.
Or something further north as well, because
would you like to purchase some salt and pepper shakers and maybe a necklace? Fine, sir. No,
He's like-
sir. And
He's like, well, fine. Hey, man, that's some cool shit you got there. But it doesn't fit my hands out. Maybe later. There's food. And he sort of wanders off and he sits down. And in front of you is what can only be described as one of the most bizarre spreads of food you've ever seen in your lives. Imagine if someone's got the serious munchies and the magic to back it up. That's what this
I'm
guy's
looking
got.
for thinly sliced potatoes, deep fried and dipped in chocolate.
Yeah,
That
he's got
sounds like his food.
anything you can possibly think of like that. There's weird and wonderful concoctions of various things, but all taste absolutely amazing, as if they've been just summoned here out of the magical ether.
sweet.
God's divine munchy food.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
it.
You might not be eating what you think you're eating, but it'll taste and smell like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and-
Pleep, don't you get me started, man. I already know your tricks.
Just so you know.
I think this guy's definitely good, so he's not.
Yeah. Maybe
He's not
fine.
making poop stew. Unlike somebody.
That
Please,
wasn't for
from
you.
your obviously from your you know a lot about magic and presentation.
Yeah.
Seems to be on level.
Yeah, this
You-
is way beyond.
This is like, you know that you can, with the magics that you've got available, you're able to alter flavors just a little bit, make them a little bit better. You are, there's one of the things here, it looks like an apple. You start biting into it and it just tastes like chocolate. The texture, it's weird, and it's like, why would you do that? Why? But yeah, but it's not just small changes, it's like radical changes. So there's one of them, he's got like vegetables that taste like candy and all these sort of things, and it's just like, it's weird. But whatever he wants to eat, he says, yeah, tomorrow if you let me know what you guys want, I'll put it in, man. I can do some of that for you, no problem.
What about
Grass-fed beef.
Yeah, easy, yeah, fine, no props. Yeah, and he sort of passes out some bits of his pipe, and sort of anyone that wants to partake can do.
Zora's not exactly a teetotaler, but she's gonna hit the pass part of the puff pass.
Okay.
Just
Hard pass.
keep
Thank you.
going over there.
now what kind of magic stuff will I learn from this? I'm gonna try it.
Thanks, Zeph.
Yep.
Watch it,
Please
please.
go
You're not
try
very
it.
big, man.
It's okay.
You've got the heavy case of the munchies.
You got a big
You're-
wingspan.
You're very, very mellow at the moment.
Nice. Oh, there you go.
All right, I'll stay fine and nice and sober. Make sure nobody plucks out all your little tail feathers.
So,
You wish.
so what? You were asking about the frost giants, weren't you? Yeah. Well, the frost giants. They're on their little frosty escapade, dwelling in the spine of the world. It's where their frigid stands amidst the icy peaks and shadow drifts, dude. Heed my words. Those frost giants aren't to be taken lightly. They're usually near the bottom of the Ordning. To be honest, they've been picked on quite a bit for quite a while now. They're looking for their comeuppance. Prepare yourselves. Embrace the chill. We do need
Oh,
some
man.
definite. Yeah, these are some seriously frosty dudes.
So-
But if they've taken
Frost.
one of the taken one of the obelisks, yeah, maybe you can find something on this. But look, here you go. As he motions you, he says, "Have you got a map? Can I show you a map?" Yeah.
Yep.
He gets the map. He rolls it out, and with a little gesture on his hands, you see a little light appear and come down, and so as you look closely at it, there's 6 different colors, and they all represent you, a little dot of each of your color on the map. And then he says, "This will always find you now. It's a cosmic map, dude. It'll guide you through the twists and turns of the spine. It's like celestial GPS. Just remember, the power of the universe glows within you. Let it guide your path as you venture forth, reclaiming what's rightfully yours. The obelisk. You'll find the obelisk. The frosty clutches of those giants. Safe travels. But may the cosmic energies always be with you. Follow the map. The map will show you the way. If you ever lose your way, this will help you find each other." And he sort of
Right.
gives you the map.
Well,
At the moment,
question. We have another group that's with us. Are you aware
That was
of
gonna be
that?
my question.
The guys up in Vandalin. Could you put their dots on here?
far out, dude. Look, I've not met them yet. Maybe I'll try. I'll drop you off at Bryn Shandar. I'll go back and I'll see if I can find the other party, and I'll see what I can do. But it's a long way, and to be honest, we better get going. It's going to take a long time to get there. I reckon. He says again, do you realize how far it is? If you were walking, it'd be like 50 days, 60 days. You must be serious about this quest if you're willing to do that.
Yeah,
Like a lot
pretty
of people.
serious.
Have you seen the dragons, dude? There's dragons everywhere as well. I've had to. There's dragons everywhere.
Ooh.
Moriana says, I've seen the destruction of giants, and I just want to help any way I can.
Oh man.
He's like, oh yeah, no.
Can you give us some information about these obelisks? Like why?
What is the
We don't-
obelisk?
At the moment,
The
dude, I don't really know. I know there's a number that have been around the realms for quite a few years, but they just seem to have been taken recently. You said your friends are in Flandern.
That's correct.
They better watch out. There's a white dragon around those parts. God, hopefully they'll be fine with that.
Huh. Maybe it's north, right? We're going north. Phandalin on my map is north. Do you mind passing over that? Maybe they're there.
No. This cosmic wave goes where it can, man. It just goes.
DM messing with DM.
It's my tower. It has its own. My brain's a little bit addled. If I try to control it, it goes a bit weird. Yeah, but we're going to Brinsham there. The tower knows how to get there, so we can get there. That's fine.
How can we do? What do you need us to do while it travels? Any chores?
No.
I'm gonna shoot him just like the most hateful glare, like, bro, just chill the paladin shit down.
As he goes, well, if you want, you could always clean the hat, but everybody else can just sit here chilling if you want. It's your choice, man.
Clean.
Sit here chilling.
Gonna go clean me.
Go clean a hat. Yeah. Enjoy.
And
That
as you do that,
sounds
he's like, does he not know how to chill? He needs to sit down.
No,
Just-
no,
just-
he
Paladin,
doesn't.
I don't think he's ever chilled a day in his life.
Out there making reels, cleaning the hat. You know, really.
This.
He goes, this may help you. Come here. As he gets closer, he sort of casts a spell on you, and you are able to levitate. Yeah, hat at the top. It stops you falling. And to be honest, if you fall, I don't want to clear up the blood. I'm not into that. Just go. If you really don't want to sit here and enjoy a peace and tranquility and some food with your friends, go clean the hat, I suppose.
Quite honestly, haven't seen things from 500 feet. I'm gonna go check out what Faerun looks like.
Okay.
I'm a bird.
Please
This is
don't
great.
let him steal your thunder, man.
Oh, he can go ahead and have it. I can't carry him, so enjoy it while you can.
So you now, the cloud ascends at quite an extortionate rate. It's as if it's like from 0 to max 7, straight up. You guys, your stomachs end up. Ooh, even Pleeps, you're not used to this level of acceleration, wasn't it? It gets right up to as high as it can and judders to a stop. And you all guys have a look about. You move about sort of a couple of inches up. Yeah. He's like, it's fun, this cloud, isn't it? It's great. Come on. Hey,
Oh.
tell me something about yours. I don't meet many of your small folk, and you guys are, to be honest, a lot of giants look down on you. Sorry, joke. He looks down upon you guys, but and I like to be at your level. I like to come. So what's happening down in the normal sort of the small people, the small folk realms? What's happening, man?
I pop up to the front and I'll be like, well, let me tell you. And I just burst out into Bork GPT regurgitation with full music and regalia. It's basically a music number.
Okay, cool. Are you? The question I'm going to have on this, and this is an interesting one. Are we doing a musical episode when each of the players come in and do a musical line and do all that? Obviously, not in real person, because I saw the horror upon people's faces then. So it's not in real people. But I mean, do you know like the classic when you get an episode, you get the musical episode in the sitcom, and they all start joining in on
this is 100%.
various.
Well, let me tell you. And out starts.
There's lots of jazz hands. There's lots of There's lots of top hats and canes and all the various paraphernalia of all the various things you can think of. Any classic sitcom when they do a musical episode happens with the Guardians of Harmony during the next hour or so.
Zora and I like pretend to fight like we're like I'm the orcs and she's like defeating me.
Yeah.
Oh! Like the sword's like through my armpit. I fall.
As you're doing this and you're falling out, you see Zeph taking long drags of his pipe, and he's adding to your scene with various cloudy sort of elements and things, just to sort of show that he's listening on. But there are times where you really can't tell if he's just smoking or if he actually is really listening to you. But he's there in person, maybe not in mind, but definitely in person. He's like, so it's going to take us probably 10 days or so aboard this to get to the spine of the world. What do you guys want to do? It's a long haul, and to be honest, I'm used to kind of being on my own.
Well, before we get there, have you done cleaning hats?
Well, you said you wanted to clean a hat. You didn't put a time limit on it, man.
Cleaning hats.
I think you should keep cleaning it.
All right, thanks.
As you get out there, Tim, you realise the hat is the massive roof of this building, and it looks pretty pristine. If you might, I'm not sure if he just sent you up there to stop you being square.
Okay. Yeah. This happens all the time. I'll come back in and be like, hat's clean. Got it.
Hey man, and he goes, yeah, here, some food for you. Here, everyone. He gets out some sort of various, he passes out plates of food. Are you guys all eating?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't eat.
Am I hungry?
You've got some oil and some various things and some.
Is it CBD?
Yeah.
Yes, the CBD
Just
oil.
don't ask what's in that oil.
What kind of giant are you? And I speak in giant.
He's oh man, you speak my lingo. Oh yeah, I'm a cloud giant. Can't you tell? Look, I'm on a cloud. It's pretty obvious, man.
Okay.
Get with it, dude. Get with it, dude. Come on. Yeah, cloud giants. We're the.
I think you were stoned giants.
Would you be willing to teach? I want to mention that like that I delve in the arcane arts and all that. Would you be able to teach me some spell or maybe some of these like cloud forming spells that you use? Something as simple as that.
Well, there's a couple of ones I've got, man. How about? Oh, so what? Let me see. I've got. It's a little bit high level for you, but here I've got. He goes out and gets a scroll, and you see him just basically conjure a scroll out of nothing. It comes about and it sort of scrolls across in various runic symbols, rolls it all up, and gives it to you. It's a gift to you, man. It's my gift to you.
Thank you. Grab it and bow to go off. And
as you open it up, it's in giant. So do you understand giant?
No.
Right. He says like, just speak to the cosmic wave, man. Maybe we can come to it, but that will show you how to do gust of wind.
Oh.
It's a second level spell. And it's one that I use this with part of the smoke to do what I need it to do. It's part of the act, man. You know you got to do it.
Thank you.
You have a feeling that if you study this enough and maybe Tim helps you with some of the language, you may be able to sort of learn it and stuff. It's not unheard of to learn it in a different language, but it's quite normally where all your written magic's kind of been in like the Fernese version of Latin, the classic magic sort of script, but this is definitely in giant runic symbols.
We'll study this and learn
Is
it.
the scroll like huge?
No, because Zeph is small at the moment.
Small.
Zeph is your size.
Yeah.
So he's definitely very chill, down to earth, and he's like, yeah, man, I've been ever since the Ordning broke about a couple of weeks ago now, man. Just I've been communing with the cosmos and trying to figure out what's happening.
Do you know how it broke?
No, that's part of this. Is we don't know. It's just
who was
normal.
in charge of the ordning? Who was the previous? You know, other than the god you speak of, which was
Anna.
I didn't write it down.
And he's the basically the god that put the ordning together. So basically, he says to you that, yeah, man, the storm giants were the most powerful. Well, cloud giants, to be honest, we're the top of the ordning. We have been for years, but if we kind of keep to ourselves, my kin are a little bit more. Think of an elf on steroids, and that's what a normal cloud giant is. Very aloof, very much away from people. He's like, but King Hecaton, he's the one that's he runs the ordning at the moment. He's the most audacious dude of the storm giants. He's like, he's just not chill in any shape or form. Far from it. If you think, but yeah, he's
so he's
yeah, yeah. Well, he's King Hecaton. That's all I can say. But yeah, he's the main one. But you've got all the various giant lords. They're all usually pretty stuck in their ways in the ordning, but they're all jostling for power now. And Bowby any one of the small folk that get in the way. It's as if they've taken the opportunity of the giant of the dragon issue that's happening now. And as you say that, you see his face actually shift to quite a serious look, as if he doesn't like dragons of any types. He's very much. He's like, yeah, well, this little conflict that's happening with the dragons now, it's kind of the opportunity that the giants have taken on board to sort of jostle about and take over things that they. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good. The only folk that will ever set to have issues from this will be your folk. The little folk, the small folk, they'll be subjugated, they'll be killed, they'll be stomped, the ordinance good for all of us, man. It's good for all of us.
Do you know how
How do we prevent this from happening? Do you know how to stop him?
I don't even know what caused it yet, man. That's what we're here for. These obelisks, maybe they're part of it, maybe they're not. But you got to start somewhere. Left foot over right. Carry on. See what you're doing. I've been trying to look forward. And you see his eyes glaze over. Could I have an Arcana check from you, Pleep?
23.
Nice. You, with your history of arcane and your various masters you've had in the past and various things, you know that there are high-level magics that you can use for sort of auguries, for contacting other planes, for looking in the future, for doing clairvoyance. You know that if you are doing that too often, you can get a little bit out of touch with reality, and it feels that you may have, your brain will be slightly addled. When he starts talking, you see a look that your master told you to keep an eye out for, which is he's not there at the moment. He's sort of drifted off, and you feel that maybe he's been absolutely hammering other planes or other ways of contacting things with arcane means, and it's addled his brain slightly. It may be one of the reasons why he's a little bit more enjoying the herb, should I say,
Gotcha.
than
Of
he would be. But he's definitely been trying to answer that question, and he's been trying everything in his sort of guise, anything in his path. However, all he's got at the moment is the cosmic waves of the world at the moment has informed him that you guys are important, and you guys need to get to Bryn Shandar. Other than that,
message back to Henry. Do you have sending by any chance? Can you? I'm sorry, Tim does know nothing of sending. Is there a way that we can get a message to someone?
yeah, dude. If you want, write it down. I'll get it sent.
Huh? Do we send a message to our party, or do we? How many messages can I send?
You always chill, dude. Chill. Just take a chill pill. Sit back. Look, we've got 10. Look, is he always like this? He's always a bit just.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
I go.
He's opened up a bit. He's gotten better.
Tim, take a pew. Take a chill, Bill, man. Take a chill.
I'm just gonna chill over here writing a couple messages. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I kind of want to communicate to later on, to whenever he leaves to the group, why his mind's a bit addled and out of it, what he's been doing. Why sometimes he looks like he's drifting off or somewhere else. He's not time traveling or whatever, or daydreaming. He's actively in different planes.
Got it.
Really interesting. I wish I could learn how to do that.
No. Yes and no.
No? Why not? We could go all over the place.
You know, Pleep, from the spells the looks on his face, that he is at least a level 12 or 13 spellcaster. So he's as good as some of your masters were about that level that you've previously met in other places, and you know that look that he's got about himself is definitely one of that you can't get on entry level magic.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not worried about it right now. Trying to do that, no way.
So you're in the ground floor at the moment. In the tower. The tower is what can only be described as a masterpiece. There's no seams anywhere. There's no grout. There's no. It looks like it's been made of pearlescent marble. The whole tower, as if it's been grown or carved or some. It exceptionally done. The doors, as you approach them, are sized for giants, but all you've got to do is put your hand on, and they just effortlessly open.
Did they go? Oh.
No.
It's the ship. Yep.
They go.
That door just sigh at me? Okay.
All
Where's
right.
the button? Where's the button? That's what I want to know.
All right.
Well, I guess
just right.
Did you get?
So, what do you guys want to do? Obviously, Tim is being a nerd and writing stuff. The rest of you guys, you've been given some food.
Epione wants to explore this, or not Epione, Moriana wants to explore the tower. And just walk.
Yeah, sure. As you get around the tower, each of the floors is an 80-foot ceiling. As you notice, the floor that you're on has got as you go in, he's like, yeah, this floor is for all the my it's my dudes, like you guys, small folk. As you start to look around, you see that there's furniture of all different sizes, of all different all around, that are sized particularly for you. He's like, there's 3 floors there. I said, to come up here, I'll have to take you up to the next ones, because, to be honest, man, don't do steps. Just don't do steps. I just float. I just float up. So I'm not sure if any of you guys can float. Can you guys float?
I can fly.
Hey, dude, that's how I noticed you got wings. Yeah, just noticed, man. There, cool.
Just
Yeah,
noticed.
really.
What?
Yeah. you just pointed them out, so I've noticed.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up, man?
Okay.
Oh.
I just noticed your feet too. So. I just noticed.
So do you guys want to come up to the second floor?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to fly, or do you want me to take you?
I'll fly.
Okay, you fly. The rest of you guys, he sort of basically waves his arms, and basically you start to feel a bit lighter, and you sort of levitate up to the second floor. The second
Willy
floor
Wonka.
is again 80-foot ceiling. All around this, though, from the outside, this looked like it was solid, marbled, sort of white marble. However, now that you're in here, all the way round looks like it's some type of stained glass windows with various symbols and various arcane symbols on it, but you can see through it and see 360 degrees around the tower, as if this is used as one of its lookout posts. As you sort of get a bit closer, you notice that there are stone shelves in one of the areas, and these bear the weight of a vast collection of journals. This library contains more than 500 research journals that Zephyros wrote himself. He's been writing it for the past 50, 60 years as he's been drifting around, cataloguing its many wonders. Each book weighs 150 pounds and has about a month's worth of research in them. As he sort of pulls out one of the books and opens it up, if you've ever read something from a mad scientist or anything like that that's a little bit out there, a little bit on tangents, not really well written, that's what these books are. It's like today I went to a village, and yeah, man, one of the cats was there. Yeah, he wanted to see me, so I played with the cat. And he goes on about this cat for the next 5 pages. It's as if he's
Tolkien-esque kind of thing.
Yeah, it's as if he's gone there and he just finds a tree that he likes. So he describes the tree for the next 6 pages.
Very Tolkien.
Yeah. It's very hard to put 2 and 2 together, but you looking at these books, there must be a good 50, 60 years worth of journal type books in this library.
That's good therapy.
10 feet above this floor is a floating orb. As he approaches the orb, he looks around and says, "Gotta be serious here now, dudes. No one touches this orb. This orb is the heart of the tower, and this is what I use to control the tower. If you don't know what you're doing, you can crash. You can cause this tower to crash. That's bad. Bad, Jew. You don't want to be doing. Crashed it once. It cost a fortune to fix it. Lost my insurance and everything. It wasn't a good day. But yeah, don't crash the tower. Do not crash the tower. Okay.
Be happening a lot.
Next floor. Well, yeah. The thing I'm finding is avoiding the dragons at the moment. It's the hardest thing. Is avoiding the dragons. It's those scaly little things. Right.
Dragons? Should we be worried about dragons right now?
Well, we're in the sky. Where else do you think dragons are?
In caves? I don't know.
Layers.
Do you not look up? Have you not looked up recently? Dudes, look around you. Look, and as he sort of points around, you see the odd sort of black sort of shape of dragons all the way around different areas, but mostly only the smaller ones existing, as all the big ones have gone down to the Well of Dragons.
We just see them.
We can see them? Ugh. Would you, by any chance, and I don't mean to be kind of moochy, do you have any stuff here that you'd be willing to donate for us to reestablish your ordning?
You mean
Hey, you
stuff?
want
You get when you say stuff, he gets out his pipe and goes, "Stuff, man. It's really good stuff. It'd be good for you. It'd be good for you, man. To take some of the stuff.
Yeah.
No,
You need to chill, dude.
Chill. Full plate meal. I put that stuff on and I chill.
Yeah, but you chill on the outside. You need to chill on the inside, dude.
So-
Chill.
we can see the dragons. Can they see us?
They're quite a way away, and you are moving at a faster rate than you wouldn't have thought possible.
Okay.
I tried, guys.
You're after material stuff, man. Come on. You gotta get in touch with your inner self before you can get stuff that improves the outside. If you're not chill on the inside, there's no need to have this material stuff. Here, the vibe's so wrong in here now that you're here. Just chill. Just
I get
chill
that.
out.
I get it all the time. I'll go clean the hat. See ya.
Tim's gonna get defenestrated.
That stuff.
What you can? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna not had little folk guests for a while, but yeah. And he starts to wander off again with a thought as he puts his hand on the navigation orb, and you concentrate. It starts to judder a little bit more as it goes a little bit faster. You are seeing now beneath you trees and whizzing past you. You can just about recognize, as you look, you think you may see Waterdeep to your left as it just disappears.
Man, I was gonna turn in a bounty there.
Is it? Show us more of the tower? Is there more to see?
3 floors, dude. 3 floors. First one you've been to. Second one, you're here. Third one. Follow me as you see what you can. You see what you can. And then, but you see the spectral moving around, and you look at it, and you say, "This is where I do some divining stuff and search and look at the stars, man. It's the cosmic stars. They control everything. They tell us everything we need to know. Look, come here." And he sort of puts his telescope in, and you see you see those there. That's the giant Anan, and then that's Tiamat. See, look, they're fighting each other. Yeah, the giants and dragons have never got on. They're for a very long time. And he starts pointing out the various constellations of various things, and he starts describing all the histories of various constellations and stuff to you. But he doesn't seem to care that you may have lost interest at some point. But he's literally giving you the absolute minutiae little bit of detail on every single thing he can.
Okay.
And then, as easy as it stopped, he sort of fades a bit out and goes, "But yeah, this is the top floor, man. It's my bed over there. You see it. It's just like a four poster bed in the corner." And he's like, "Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, this is my crib. This is my place up here. It's nice." And yeah. And "Hey guys, here, have some more." And he sort of starts passing around some of his pipe. It's okay, Tim, you're outside on the roofs. You're quite happily scrubbing.
It's scrubbing away. Yep.
Okay, so what we'll do now, for the next 4 to 5 days, which does happen to be about the 10 days, which is what is roughly the same sort of size as the other party, you see.
Cosmic alignment.
Love it.
Amount of days.
Yeah, cosmic alignments happen.
I got you.
As you start to look out, you see Zeph's face get a little bit more serious. As he looks around in his adult state, he says, "Quick, quick! In the tower, guys! In the tower!" So you guys rush into the tower off of the various battlements and areas. As you start to, he ushers you into the central area, which is the second floor. As you look around in the 360-degree window that you're in, he says, look over there. As he points at a pane of glass. He walks up to the pane of glass, he puts his hand on it, and it magnifies. As he magnifies, you see a green shape flying towards you. As he does it again, zooms in a little bit more. You see, as he sees the panic on your faces as it looks like this massive dragon. Hey, it's far away. It's far away. This is magic. It's far away. It's like a telescope. Just a bit clever.
Yeah, we're level 3, bro. I don't think.
We can't fight a dragon.
You look out where you are at the moment, and looking down now, you are coming across what can only be described as, if somebody described to you what the spine of the world is, you know that it's a ridge of mountains that goes up the northern part of Furin, which cuts off the frozen north from the softy southerners, basically, because that's what they are, softy southerners. They don't get snow down there. Yeah, Canada. We're going into Alaska, basically, okay? You see the green dragon flying towards you. Zeph goes, dudes, inside, come on, we need to... I'm not ready for this. This isn't... What? And you see him absolutely start to panic, and he starts to sort of break down a little bit, as if making a decision at this point in his life isn't something that he had planned on doing. He was taking life every day as they come, quite happily doing what he needs to do. What should we do, dudes? Come on, dudes.
Is it coming for us?
Well, it's flying towards us. I'm not sure it's... Look. As you see, it does look like it...
Receive this thing, or are we going to have it chew through the walls? Because I feel
currently
like
you...
defend
What do I do? You are in the room with 360 degrees of metal... 360 degree one-way viewing, basically, with the orb next to you.
Can you hide this thing, this tower?
Well, we could put
Like
some...
a cloaking device or something?
Well, we can maybe put some more clouds around it. And he sits there and he goes, "That's good." And he gets out, and you see him. Comically, his pipe's quite a small smoking pipe. You see him get this absolutely massive pipe out, and you see him like sort of puff on this. And he goes, "Oh." And the smoke starts to form, fill up, brother, starts to come out and starts to bellow out of this cloud, starts to go up. He's like, oh, should have started this ages. And he goes, "Oh, that's not." And then you see, the dragon seems to still be following the tower.
Okay. So this is going down?
No, it's not going down at the moment.
So Operation Cheech and Chong has not prevented the dragon from following us or chilled it out.
What can you tell us about this dragon?
Are we safe in it? Have you battled a dragon in the tower before?
What is
I've stayed away from most of the dragons. They must be not sure why they're after us at the moment, but maybe what can we do?
I would want a floating tower. I'm 100% positive. I think dragons are greedy.
Let's see what we can do. What have I got? I've got. He presses a few buttons, and a couple of sort of what looks like cannons appear on some of the battlements. He says, "You guys are gonna have to fire on there. I'm not into this. I'm very much not into violence.
Let's do the cannons.
Let's go shoot some cannons.
Let's go shoot some cannons. Heck yeah.
Right, so
Maybe class 2 on shooting cannons.
you're all put in. You all got your own cannon. So the dragon is currently. It's a mini game. Yeah, it's a mini game. So there's the dragon flying towards you, and it seems to be adamant on getting to you guys. It's about 100 feet away. And it doesn't seem to be able to gain much at the moment.
Thought it was a
So it
green
seems to
dragon?
be. It's a green dragon. Yep.
Oh man, those things are crazy.
Indeed, sir.
And if you guys want to cry, it's an adult.
Ah!
Bro.
It's not a black pudding, okay? It's a dragon. Leave me alone.
It's not. That's not better.
That's not better.
Oh boy.
So what kind of cannons are these? Like, are they huge? Are they gigantic? Can we like sit in them and move them around like turrets, or like, what's happening?
When
I'm
you
not cheating, guys, but like 3 weeks ago, he said, just get an adult green dragon out. I was like,
Okay, that's a little bit early.
you're in a tower, you're fine.
Yeah.
As long as the tower stays there, you have no problems.
Hold steady. Steady.
Hold. Hold.
Okay, so could I first of all have some initiatives from you, please?
Roll for initiative.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right.
Stay on the
Okay,
table.
Sleep rolled a 19.
Hang on. Did anybody get over 20?
Oh, maybe. I think it's a +2. Hold on. Initiative.
Has Tim rolled before he ran off?
No. Yeah, you rolled.
15.
Hang on, we haven't got to you yet, Tim. Chill. So, Moriano, you got 21, did you?
Him just cannot chill today.
I didn't. I got a 19.
19, okay. So what's your dex mod, Moriano? What's your dex mod, Pleep?
It's 1. Dex mod's 1.
1.
Okay, can you roll off them, please?
Roll off, you said?
Yeah, whoever gets the highest gets...
18.
Okay, so Moriano first, and Pleep second. Did anybody get above 16? Okay, this is doing well, guys. Above 11?
12.
12.
15.
Okay, so Tim got 15. Okay, the people that got 11, who got 11, sorry?
Noinek and Zora.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, so Noinek will go first. So I know you got a higher dex than the Barbarian. What'd you get, Bork?
10. Fucking
That's
10.
not too bad.
Connection. I don't know what the hell is going on, but
It's
Oh, it
the
might be a-
storms that are rolling through.
It might be a whole Blandina situation.
Oh,
We might be having Blandina problems.
He's there now.
Frozen though.
now, can you hear me? Am I back?
It's like it
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
doesn't look like it's a thunderstorm.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, it keeps, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. No,
Okay. Some part of Dungeons and
Is Twitch trying to sort of censor us in some way?
no, it's it's my connection. I don't know what's going on, but it's like OBS. I don't know. There's. Let me see something real quick.
Want to restart?
Let me test.
Restart.
Check the glasses.
Time to grab a 5-minute beer. I mean, a 5-minute.
Refreshment.
Apple
Yeah.
juice?
Yeah,
yeah, apple
give
juice.
me 5 minutes and let me see if I can fix
Yeah,
the
happens, man.
interwebs. Be right back, guys.